Michele, who's dropping by today? I'm here with Michele Pecoraro from the Plymouth 400 organization. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Marilee, for having me.
So Plymouth 400 is about the 400th anniversary of the landing of the Pilgrims. Did I get it right?
That's correct. It's actually, because this is the first time this commemoration has included information other than just the Pilgrim perspective, we say that it is the 400th anniversary of the voyage of Mayflower, the founding of Plymouth Colony, and the relationship between the Wampanoag people and the English colonists, the Pilgrims.
And that is why you have your job and I have mine. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. So here we are. We're about 3 years before the celebration.
Yes.
But I know you've been really busy. Can you?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your role is at the organization and what you've been doing?
Sure. Well, as the executive director, my role is to oversee and ensure a fitting commemoration for this moment in history. And it's really not about any geographic location alone. It's really about a historic moment that really changed the face of the world. The Pilgrim voyage was an unprecedented voyage, and when the Pilgrims came here, they came with their families, with women and children, which was unlike any other colony before them. So we look at them as being perhaps the first immigrants to these shores. And they came here with their families for a better life, and that is really how we look at the Pilgrims.
Wow. So it's a story. Now, being a resident of Plymouth, we like to think that it is a Plymouth story. But you're right. I mean, there's no escaping the fact that the ripples throughout the world from that voyage are pretty significant.
Certainly, we have a whole holiday that everyone in America sits around a table and you know, talks about or knows something about this moment in history, and that is Thanksgiving. So from my viewpoint as a marketer, I think that's a huge hook, really.
You have the ultimate hook.
We have the ultimate hook. But on top of that, it's a four-nation commemoration, so we are working with our colleagues Mayflower 400 in the UK, Leiden 2020 in the Netherlands, the Wampanoag tribes of Aquinnah and Mashpee, and of course the United States of America, which basically is what Plymouth 400 is the umbrella organization for.
Wow.
We work with our partners in Provincetown, in Duxbury, in Kingston, in Dartmouth, all of these different towns and cities that have some ownership of parts of this history. So we really can't just focus it, yes, Plymouth is where the colony settled, but there are so many other parts of the story that really have not been revealed or very rarely told, including the Provincetown or Tip of the Cape story, including the fact that a lot of people moved to Duxbury. Two very famous Pilgrims lived in Duxbury, the Aldens and Miles Standish, which was the northern parish of Plymouth when they moved there, but of course became Duxbury later. Same with Kingston and the Bradford family. So this history really encompasses the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts and even part of Rhode Island.
Yeah. So how is that story going to be told in the next few years?
Well, we have lots of different ways to do that. We use social media quite a lot. We, of course, do a lot of PR around this history. We let out tidbits of information on a regular basis just to keep people interested. We're working, as I mentioned, very closely with Provincetown and Duxbury, and we are collaborating on the story with them and the Wampanoag tribe. We have a Wampanoag advisory committee. We have Wampanoag board members. I think one of the really notable things about what this board of directors did long before I came was they diversified the board. It started off being mostly Plymouth people. But now the board is diversified. We have a board member from Provincetown. We have 2 board members from the Wampanoag tribe. We've got New England Historic Genealogical on our board.
wow.
We've got Mass Historical on our board. We have a tour operator out of Boston, tour mappers on our board. So we really have diversified the board to add to the already illustrious Plymouthians who,
Right,
who
right.
have been working diligently for many years. So it really is an umbrella organization.
So for anyone who's watching this segment and thinking, wow, how do I get more information on that? Where can I find out what's going on and how to participate? Where would you direct them?
Well, we have a great website. It's plymouth400inc.org. That's
And
Plymouth
we'll
400
put that up on the,
Inc.
we'll have that on the screen. So,
Yes,
yeah.
.org. That has a lot of great information. We're on every social media channel.
Okay.
I say every, the main ones, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and
Yeah.
all of those. And we do regular community meetings once a month for
Oh,
people
wow.
who are looking for updates and information. We get a lot of feedback from people that they don't know what's happening. Well, we provide a lot of ways for them to know what's happening, especially those who do reside in this region. So we have a meeting every month, and that's posted on our website.
Great.
That we invite people to. We hold it, whether we have 2 people or 20 people.
Wow, okay.
And that happens monthly, starting in September. Again, we do take the month of July and August off because we don't get a lot of participation then. We give quarterly updates to the executive, to the selectmen of the town of Plymouth.
Wow.
I am always out speaking, doing updates in the morning, in the evening, to different historical organizations and
you do have the
genealogical.
coolest car. It's a van,
It's a
right?
van.
The next time you're here, we need to have you bring a photo of that.
Absolutely.
Because
Well,
it's the Plymouth 400 mobile.
It is, and thanks to Best Chrysler, who actually donated that van, and
Wow. Oh, I
to
didn't know
Brenner
that.
Signs, who donated the wrap, and to Shields Design, who
Yeah.
designed it. I mean, we couldn't do even the things that we do now without the help of our business partners and others. Who,
Well, now that I know about that monthly meeting, I will definitely come to one of those.
Great.
And I would suspect that's going to be a deeper dive even
Yes.
in terms of really understanding, how we
Absolutely.
can all be a part of this.
Absolutely. We also have Volunteer 101 meetings, which are a little bit different. We do basically the same presentation, but then we talk to people about what volunteer committees we have, what volunteers can do. So
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming by.
thank you so much for having me.